today's session was rather boring, just to be honest. In fact, I didn't do much of any writing at all. Instead, I spent most of the session doing what you're seeing here, which is simply going through the rest of this, early draft, this first draft, and simply trying to figure out where the story is heading. I'm in a position where I need to basically create, at a minimum, 5 or 6 remaining chapters to get this story done. In addition to adding some more stuff into the chapters that are already written. What you see here on the screen is a lot of like red sections and all that. These are sections that I've gone through before and written, but basically the red just means, look, this whole thing sucks here, and you got to rewrite it, and you'll see occasionally there's some notes, some little comments on the side about what I got to focus on. I'm in a very challenging spot because I know what the climax of the story is. I know the denouement. I know the conclusion. That stuff I know. It's this last part, these last 5 or 6 chapters that I've got to add in to build up to that, which is the problem. In addition to fixing a lot of these kind of early, or not early, but these sort of later sections of this early draft. It's unfortunately just a lot of inventory, and I'm in a kind of a weird muck right now. And on top of all that, I'm deciding whether I want to write these new chapters now or start fixing some of these bad chapters that were already written, start tidying them up a little bit, and hope that in the time that I'm using to tidy up some of these chapters, the newer ones, some ideas for these new chapters will kind of come to me in the process. A sort of situation where you focus on something else and just you hope in the process that the right idea comes to you. It's to anybody else, I'm sure it's not all that interesting, but this is where I'm at. It is just an absolute mess. So for anyone who's going through their own writing journey, understand that I'm going through my own mess too. We're all in this thing, we're all in our own projects together, I guess, in a way. So certainly it is what it is. I'm going to be kind of going back here and hacking away at this thing, but boy, I'm already thinking that probably the next 60-ish days that I have left of this program are going to be spent doing a lot of tidying up and trying to put a nice little bow tie on this first draft here. In a lot of ways, it's frustrating because I'd almost declare that I was done with this initial draft if I could finally get these chapters down, these 5 or 6 chapters down. But man, I just don't know. I just don't know what to do and what to write and to fill these things in. There's this weird gap in the story that I just need to figure out.